Thanks for hanging back out with us again today. Today I wanted to show you a real cool recipe that we use for our crick chub. So we're going to throw them in the Angling AI um, G5s, and uh, we're going to be using some great colors. Just two colors is all it's going to take. Super simple recipe from and the colors and plastisol and everything is from Dead on Plastics, of course. But super simple recipe, and what makes this recipe so good is the technique on how you do it. And so that's what I want to show you is the technique how we're going to apply it into the molds. And you can do it simply. It's two colors, so you can put belly color, top color as a simple laminate. But I really like the way that the capsule pour that we're going to show you. I really like the transition it makes. So we're going to get right into it. And thanks for hanging out. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff. And let's check this out. As you can see, we have our G5s laid out on the hot plate, and we're going to turn this hot plate just on a warm setting. We just want to start bringing the temps up to room temperature, and then we're going to get ready for the plastisol. All right, here we have our beautiful Dead on Plastics, all clear and pretty. Now this first color we're going to put is the top and capsule is marsh grass. This is an awesome color from Dead On. I don't think it's used enough. It has beautiful effects to it. We're going to start with 50 drops. It's a very translucent color. So we're going to start with 50 drops in this half a cup here. So we have half a cup of plastisol, 50 drops. So we have 50 drops in here. What really sets these Paragon colors is what Dead on Plastics calls them. What really sets those off is when you have some kind of a base. So we got Dead on Black. We're just going to put 3 drops in here. That's it. It doesn't take much. And then for flake, we're going to use some .040 coffee flake. You can see our labels are coming off of that. We're going to throw a pinch of that in. And then also another flake I like a lot is the Fire Flake from the Dead On, .025. Gonna just put a little bit of that in there just to offset some little flash on it. And now we're gonna stir this up and check out the color. Oh yeah, see that? It's like a brownish gold and greenish. Very cool color. It's not used enough, I don't think, in bait making. So we're going to stir this in real well. And then, let me get them chunks out of there. Look at that color. See, it's still pretty translucent. You can still see the knife through it. That's why you want a base color in there. You can add different bases too and really enhance this marsh grass. You don't have to use a black base. But for this recipe we are. So we're going to get this in the vacuum chamber and get it all the bubbles out of it. And then I'm going to show you how we capsule pour. Okay, now the trick to pour that I found pouring the capsules is we already got our molds warm, and our plastisol we got really hot, and we just want a real thin layer. That's what the capsule is. We're going to pour about halfway down the body and then just dump it out onto this cold mold here. Okay, so here we go. Stir it up to bring some of the flake up to the surface. We're going to pour it in the head and then just pour it straight down and let it flow out. See? You can barely even see it. Nice thin layer. Let's do another one real quick. Pour it in the head and then just run it down and let it pour out. Like that. Alright? So we're going to go through and do all these real quick. Alright, so there they are. They're all poured. That capsule pour, not to be confused with a skin pouring. That's a whole different technique. But now, before we do the next step, I got to show you this. You see when you capsule pour, you see how, it's hard to see it, but the gravity, it adds like a little lip from where the plastisol came back down and settled, you know? So if we leave it there, you're going to see this little uh, spot where the plastisol started to settle up right there. And so we're going to even that out real quick on all these. And to do that, we're just going to take our heat gun here, and we're just going to heat that up so it smooths off the tops of those real quick. Hey, this one's a good one. Let me see if you can see with this one better. There, where was it? Right there. You can see that little bit right there. Well, that will show up in your final piece. So you want to smooth that off, and so you got a smooth canvas to start with. So we're going to do that real quick. All right, so we got them all evened out, and this is the one we showed you. See, it's a nice flat belly now. You don't see any lip. Nice and smooth. And that's what you want for a good, clean sides. But now you see all this flashing over here. We're going to do now is just pinch, don't pull. Pinch, 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 and then it comes right off. And you'll have nice even top. Nice even tops. So we're gonna go through and clean the tops off all these. Here, let me show you another one real quick. Just pinch, pinch all the way down it. Even if you can't see it, pinch it anyway, and that'll add a nice clean edge. Okay. So as you see, we got them all together, clamped up, and we pinched the tops off, so we got nice clean cut tops. Now we're gonna get ready. Oh, first we're gonna turn our temperature on our hot plate up to about 200, and now we're gonna get ready for the belly layer. Now for the belly, we have another 4 ounces of the beautiful DeadOnPlastix. Look how clear that is. It goes right through it. Look at that. You can see right through it. Okay, anyway, so another great color that we use all the time is Snowshine. You can use this. It adds a real nice pearlescent. You can add it to pretty much any color to have that little pearly to it. But we're going to use this as our belly color. And I don't usually measure for this. I'm just going to do a little squirt all the way around. And that's, for that, it doesn't matter for Snowshine. It's an awesome color. And then just to sauce it up, we're going to grab some 8-bit baits, siren scales, and this is called the Murloc. We're going to throw just a touch of this in there, very little bit. This just adds a little finesse in that in the final. When it's in the water, it really makes a cool effect, man. So we're just going to throw a little bit of that in there and then stir that together. Look at that Murloc siren scales in there. It just adds a little bit of flash to her. Let's make sure you stir that up real good. That snow shine is so awesome. You can put it in anything you want. Adds that nice pearlescent to it without taking away from your color. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to get this in a vacuum chamber and we're going to pour this in the belly and we'll be right back. Alright, now we got our beautiful snow shine bottom and we're going to fill this in just to the top of the hook slots. Now our plastisol is actually pretty cool. It's about a 320 degrees. Now having cooler plastisol keeps your flakes suspended. And our molds are really hot. So having hot molds will thermal bond your plastic and draw everything to where it's supposed to be. And make sure you got everything nice and even and flat. So we're just going to pour these in right to the top of that hook slot. Nice and slow. I'm pouring it just over that anal fin there and right to even to the top of the hook slot. Nice and easy. No rush. Don't rush any of this stuff. Just nice and easy. And the heat of the molds will even everything out and then bond everything together. So there's that part. Okay, so that one's in. So we're gonna bump the temperature up to our final temp, which is about 225 on the hot plate. So that'll make it really hot. That's gonna make your molds hot. So our plastisol, we're gonna run cool. So that layer that we capsule poured, we're gonna that marsh grass, we're reheated that, and we're gonna just fill up the tops. All right, now we got our marsh grass top all heated back up. This is the molds are really hot, so this is cool mold or cool plastisol. It's only about 320. We're gonna pour this right on top. And that's the other thing, having hot molds. That's how you get a nice even top on your molds when you're done, on your baits when you're done. Now with these G5s, I found it best to stop the flow about mid-body and let it flow into the head so it doesn't trap any air in that head since the head is recessed under the mold. So I go start in the tail, work it into the tail, and bring it back. Nice and easy. And then stop it right about mid-body, and let it slowly fill in the head. That way you don't trap air in the head of it and get a bubble. It happens sometimes with these G5s, the design of them, the head is recessed under the mold. So you just got to release the air. Amazing molds though. The whole G series is incredible. Nice and easy. Stop it short. Nice slow flow. You don't have to rush it at all. Nice and easy. See how slow this plastisol is flowing? That's how you know it's cool. It's so cool, it's coming out like a molasses almost. And that's how you want it. You don't need it hot. Not for this part. Nice and slow. Stop about mid-belly till it fills in. Alright, so there's that. Now, we're going to turn the power off and let this cool down on its own natural state. Okay, we're back and they're cooled off enough, so let's check them out and see how we did. I don't know how to do a drum roll, so here we go. Let's check them out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You'll see that how it fades when we get better lighting in it. Very cool. Let's open all these up and see. Oh yeah. Very, very cool. Oh, tail gun, I got stuck there. Take them off slowly. Very cool. Wish I had better lighting up here so you could see that fade, but we'll get that taken care of. Alright, we're going to throw some eyes on these and then we'll get some better lighting on this. Alright, here we are. We got a storm coming in, so we got to do this kind of inside a little bit in the window here. But there it is. And you see, like I said, you could just do, you know, your snow shine bottoms, marsh grass top, but see how that transition? How it kind of shadows down. I really like that. It's a nice natural appearance. And then by capsule pouring and then putting the same color behind it, you actually create that natural vein in there, that natural laminate line. But on the outside, you got a nice gradient blend from where it goes from the top to the bottom. You don't have to do it that way. It's just an option. And then you see that, look at it, that siren scales in the belly. Just kind of adds an extra little spark of flake down there. A little bit of attention getter for him. Pretty cool. So there you have it. Pretty simple, easy color using just two awesome DeadOnplastix colors. Marsh grass, if you're not using that, you're missing out because that's a killer color. But we hope you enjoyed this, and everything that we make on our shows can always be found at our website, 513lureworks.com. Check us out. And yeah, till next time, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.